Hello everyone and welcome to this talk about what's new in e-commerce version 16. My name is Chloe, I'm business analyst and website expert, and I'm super happy to present you today our brand new features regarding our e-commerce application. One of our main goals for last year was to focus on our website and e-commerce applications. We did many improvements, and as you probably experienced, version 15 was much better than version 14. This year, we decided to still focus on creating many new features for our e-commerce application, but also on improving what has been done before. Actually, we want to be as simple as using Shopify, while having the power of all our integrated applications and the power of a new website editor that allows you to customize your website very easily. So we are now actively working on surpassing the competition. Here is the agenda for today. First, we are going to talk about the new features, and I'm going to show you how it works in Odoo. Then, after this live demonstration, my colleague Pierre, who is our website and e-commerce product owner, will join me to answer your questions. So, I'm going to present you my 10 favorite new features for this year. We are going to talk about the product catalog, the address autocomplete, the alternative products, the add to cart buttons, the back in stock notification, the picture layout and extra images, the reorder option, the express checkout, the click and collect feature, and our 5 new payments providers. So let's see it together with the live demonstration. The first feature I wanted to show you is also one of the most important for this year. We already know that many of you will be extremely happy to use it. So I'm not making you wait any longer. This is the product catalog feature. So actually it allows you to display your product catalog on your website without showing the prices of your products and without allowing your customer to add the product to their cart. This will be very useful if, for example, you prefer your customers to come at your physical shop to buy your products, or if you want to display different prices for different customers, especially if you have B2B customers. So what you have to do is simply set your product price to 0, and then the price will be hidden and the add to cart button will be replaced by another button. Let me show you how it works in our database. Okay, so here is the standard behavior. As you can see, I can see the product, the price of my product, my SAP license product, and I can very easily add it to my cart. So now, let's say that you want to hide the price of this SAP license for your customers who are not connected to their account. So you want to hide it from people not connected. You can simply go here in the settings and activate the option. This option is called Prevent Sales of Zero Price Product. So if you activate this option, the Add to Cart button will be replaced by a link to the Contact Us page. You can still change the link if you want to and use a link to another page simply. This will be done for your products on which the price is set to 0. So now let's put the price to 0 on our SAP license. Up, I go in my products and I click on my monthly SAP license, and here in the sales tab I can, not in the sales tab, I can change directly here the sales price and set it to 0. Perfect. Now let's see how it looks on our product page. Okay, so as you can see, my product is not available anymore, and I don't see the price anymore, and my Add to Cart button has been replaced by a Contact Us button. So that's very simple. So now let's say that you want to display different prices depending on the type of customer who is connected to your website. Fabien is one of your VIP customers, so he is therefore entitled to special prices. Let me show you how to configure this. So you can come here on the e-commerce tab and go in your price list. Here you can create a new price list called VIP. In this price list, you can add your different products and the prices you want to display for those products for your VIP customers. So here I added a new price for my monthly SAP license that will be available for my VIP customers. Once this is done, you can go here in e-commerce and then customers and go on the contact Fabien to add this new price list. So let's edit this customer, and you can come here in the sales and purchase tab to add the right price list, the VIP one. So now let's see how it looks if I connect to Fabien's account. As you can see here, I'm connected to the account of Fabien, and I can see my VIP price. So this price is dedicated to all my VIP customers, and as Fabien is a VIP customer, I can see it, and I can very easily add the product to my cart. Other users cannot see the price anymore, and the product is still not available for sale. So the next feature is the address autocomplete. This will be useful and a real advantage for companies using shipping methods. Indeed, it allows you to be sure that the address exists and will be understood by the delivery carriers. So I'm guessing that many of you use shipping carriers to deliver their products to your potential customers or to your customers. Who never had one product returned because the delivery person couldn't find the customer's address? This happens too often. And that's the reason why we found a solution. So we are now using the Google Place API to suggest existing addresses to your potential customers. And then avoid mistakes. Let me show you how it works in the database. Let's say that in the end, Fabien decided that SAP wasn't worth the price, and that instead he could use the money to buy beautiful ceramic cups for his employees' coffee breaks. So now he can simply add those ceramic cups to his cart, like that. Add to cart, and then process checkout. His address is mandatory, so let's enter the address of Odoo's office. Okay, so as you can see, when you start writing, suggestions will appear with valid addresses. So now you can choose among the different suggestions and everything will be automatically completed. Okay, so then you can click on next and process checkout. I forgot to add my phone number, sorry. So then process checkout. This is very simple, and thanks to this new tool, you are now way more confident that your ceramic cups will arrive well at Odoo's office. This feature is offered to all our SaaS customers. Other users will simply have to enter their Google Place API key in the settings of the website application. Okay. So let's move on to the next feature, which is the alternative products layout. I'm guessing that on your product pages, many of you want to offer similar products that might also please to your potential customers. This is what I will call the alternative products. If you don't do it already, I recommend it. It allows you to easily increase your profits by offering products on which your margin is higher. And it allows to increase your customer satisfaction as you are helping them to find the perfect product that corresponds to their desires. So let me show you how it works. Creating alternative products was already possible in the previous versions of Odoo. But the design was not very clean. So now you can choose among different templates to configure those alternative products. Let's say that you are selling also black ceramic cups and XL ceramic cups. You can add those two alternative products on your ceramic cup product. To do so, you can simply come here on your ceramic cup in the backend, and then in the sales tab, add those two alternative products. So your black ceramic cup and your XL ceramic cup. Let's see how it looks on the website. Here, as you can see, I have a new banner with my two alternative products. I can edit my product page, select my alternative product, and then here I can easily change the templates. So let's take another one, completely different. Let's choose this one. Yeah, it looks quite nice. So I'll keep it like that. I can save. So now when Fabien will come to your website to buy ceramic cups, he will see that there also exist XL ceramic cups. Of course, he will be interested because bigger cups means bigger coffee, which means less need for coffee break and less time wasted, walking from the desk to the coffee machine. In the end, everyone is happy. Fabien increases his employees' efficiency, and you are selling for 15 euros per cup instead of 10 euros. So, the next feature is the Add to Cart button block. So it will be useful if you have a product you want to promote or increase sales of. This new Add to Cart button block can be added on any page of your website. The goal is to allow your customers to add a product to their cart very quickly. So let me show you how it works. Okay. Let's say that you want to sell also beautiful ceramic plates. You want to showcase them. So you created a dedicated page to describe your plates. You added some descriptions and some pictures of your plates. And then, now thanks to this new feature, you can edit and add a new Add to Cart button block. So you look for this Add to Cart button and you can add it like that. Let's click on this Add to Cart, and then you can choose the product you want to add to your customer's cart. In my case, I want to add my ceramic plate to the customer's cart when they click on this button. Okay, so now I can save. Perfect. So this is a real good feature if you want to give a very quick access to a product to one of your customers, and if you want to highlight a product. Okay. So now when Fabien will come to your website, knowing that you already sell beautiful ceramic cups, he will see that you also sell ceramic plates he could offer to his friend Jack. And so with one click, he will be able to add it to his cart, then change the quantities and process checkout. As simple as that. Okay. So the next feature is the back in stock notification. If one of your products is not available anymore in your stock, we have improved the back in stock notification feature. So previously, when a product was out of stock, the customer had to log into his account, or the potential customer had to create a new account and then add the product to his wish list to receive a notification when the product is back in stock. Now, in version 16, the potential customer or the customer can simply go on the product page and then enter his email address to receive the notification when the product is back in stock. Very easy. Let me show you how it works. So here, let's say that your black ceramic cup is not available in your stock anymore. As you can see, the quantity on hand is 0. So you have to go in the sales tab and decide that you don't want to continue selling your product when the quantity is out of stock. So this option should be deselected to display a message on your product page to say that the product is out of stock. Let me show you how it looks on the product page. So as you can see, the product is out of stock, so we have a message saying that you cannot buy it anymore. And you can very easily get notified when the product is back in stock. So you just have to click here, enter your email address, and then request to be informed. So that's very simple and very easy for all your potential customers, and it should increase your sales. I know it's not always easy to keep the focus during a long presentation, so let's do a quick summary of what we've learned so far. We have many new amazing features this year. The first one is the fact that you can now set your product price to 0 to display your product catalog on your website without showing the prices and without allowing your customers to buy your products. The second feature is the fact that we are now using the Google Place API that suggests existing addresses to your customers and that allow you to avoid mistakes. Then we have improved the alternative product layout by allowing you to choose among different templates. We have created a new Add to Cart button block that you can add on almost any page of your website. And finally, we have improved the back in stock notification to make it easier for your potential customers who don't have an account yet. So, okay, now let's continue with those 5 last features together. The next feature is about the picture layout and extra images. So previously, adding multiple images on a product page took years. So now, what you can do is simply you can import it's very simple, you can import all your products in bulk. So let me show you how it works. Up. So let's say that you have on your computer multiple images of your ceramic plates and you want to import them directly here on the product page. You can come here and edit your ceramic plate page and then select the picture. Okay. So now here you can use this option to replace your main image. So let's click on it and select the main image for your ceramic plates. I can upload an image from my computer, select pictures, okay, and then choose the first image of my plate. Perfect. I'll increase the resolution, okay. And so that's perfect. I have a main image for my plate. Now I want to add multiple images to make it more attractive. And so I can come here and click on Add Extra Images. Upload an image from my computer. Okay. Perfect. And I'll take those 2 images, but I can take as many images as I want. Okay. So in my case, I only take those 2 images for my plates. I open them and then I add them to my product page. Perfect. It looks quite nice. So that was everything related to the import of the images. Now let's talk about how to customize the layout of your product page. We have many new visual features. So the first one is the fact that you can decide the space you want to use on your product page for your images. For example, you can decide to completely remove the images from the product page. Or you can also decide to take the full space on the page for your images. Okay. Now you can also decide that you want to use more space for your images than for the descriptions, the product name and the price. Or finally, the last option is the fact that you can decide to do half of the space, to use half of the space for the images and half of the space for the description, the product name, and the price. I think that's the configuration I'll keep for my business because that looks quite nice. Okay, so now you can change the layout of your product page. Previously, the by default layout was the carousel one, so it's the standard layout. But now you can also change it and use the grid layout. Let's first configure the carousel layout to see what you can do. With the carousel layout, you can decide if you want to move your thumbnails from the left to the bottom of your page, for example. I'll keep it on the left because I prefer it, but it's completely up to you. And then you can change the image zoom. So you can decide if you want to have an automatic zoom on hover on your pictures, or if you prefer to use a manual zoom by clicking on the picture. If you can also decide to have both or none of those options. So let's say that I want to have both. Okay, and let's save to see how it looks. As you can see here, I have an automatic zoom on my image. And now if I click on it, this is the manual zoom, and I have a new carousel right at the bottom of my image. So that way I can see all the images related to my product. I can still continue to zoom if needed. So that's very, very useful for your potential customers. So now let's continue to edit those images to see how it looks if I choose the grid layout. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. As you can see, by default, the grid layout chooses to have 3 columns. I can change it and replace it, for example, by 2 columns if I think it could be nicer. Okay. And then I can also change the spacing between the images. So let's say that I want a really big space between my images. I can do it like that. Or I can also completely remove the spacing between my images. Okay. I think it's better if I keep some space in between my images. So let's do it like that. And still I can choose if I want to change my image zoom, but it's exactly the same as for my carousel layout. So thanks to those new amazing visual features, you can now create beautiful product pages and to make them look completely different from the other Odoo's websites. Okay, let's save this. And let's talk about the reorder option. So the reorder option will be used if your customer has an account on your website. So for your customers who have an account, it will now be possible to reorder the products they previously purchased on your website. This is quite useful, especially for your B2B customers who tend to reorder the same product regularly. So let me show you how it looks. Up. So first you have to activate this option in the settings. So here you can activate this to let your customer reorder their products from the portal. And now let's see how it looks. If I go on the website, I go on my account, and then I can select the sale order I want and easily order again the order. Okay, so let's click on the button. As you can see, my XL ceramic cups are ready to be added to my cart. I can change the quantities if I want. Let's say that I want 10 XL ceramic cups. And now I can add those cups to the cart. I have a message saying that I can clear my cart if I want before adding the products to it. So yes, why not? Let's clear the cart. Mhm. And so here in my cart, as you can see, I have exactly the same products as I ordered previously. So that's very simple. I can now process checkout, and thanks to this new feature, you are going to increase your customer satisfaction and your sales. Okay, so the next feature is about the express checkout. This is a completely new feature available if you have Stripe as payment acquirer. Actually, we wanted to provide you and to provide to your customers the easiest way to pay online. And so here, when your customers will come to your website and process checkout, they will be able to choose between Google Pay or Apple Pay if they have an account. And using those two shortcuts will allow them to automatically complete their addresses and to choose the right delivery method. So let me show you how it works. I cannot do a live demonstration for this feature because it requires some sensitive content like some personal credentials. So we did a video to show you how it looks. Okay. So let's say that you have two delivery methods, one for France and one for Belgium, with different prices, 5 euros for Belgium, 10 euros for France. You can add your product to your cart. And then instead of processing checkout, you can choose to process with Google Pay. Here by default, the country is Belgium, so the delivery is at 5 euros, but you can choose to change your address. And for France, you can see the delivery is updated to 10 euros. So now when you process checkout, everything will be confirmed automatically, and your billing address will be in Belgium as expected, but the shipping is different, it's in France. So that's it for this new feature. This will be very useful for your customers using Google Pay and Apple Pay as payment methods. Okay. One of the last main feature I wanted to talk about is the click and collect option. This will be used if you want to let your customers come at your physical shop to collect the products they purchased on your website. It will also be used if you want to let them pay when picking up their products. This feature will increase your customer satisfaction as it allows them to choose a cheap or maybe free delivery method. And it will also increase the traffic in your physical shop, and why not make some cross-selling during the customer pickup. Pay attention that if you decide to let your customer pay in store, then the stock will not be reserved automatically. So you have someone of your team has to do it manually in the back end. The only way to make your stock reserve automatically is to ask your customers to pay online. So let me show you how it looks. Up. So first you have to go here and look for the right setting, which is the on-site payments and picking. So you can activate this setting and then add your different picking sites. In my case, I have a shop in Brussels and a shop in Namur, and so I added my two picking sites right here. Then you can click here to customize your pickup sites. As you can see, we are in the shipping method list, and they are filtered by with the pickup in store shipping methods. So I only see my two pickup shipping methods. I can modify them. I can decide to publish or not those shipping methods, and I can, for example, edit the name if I think it will be clearer with another name. Okay? Something else has been created in your database. You have a new payment provider. So here, as you can see, we have this new pay in store when picking the product that has been created. You can also decide if you want to publish this payment provider or not, and you can change its name. So now let's go on the website to see how it looks. Up. I already have something in my cart, so let's process checkout. Here, as you can see, I can choose between my standard delivery methods or my 2 pickup delivery methods. So if I choose one of those 2 pickup delivery methods, my new payment provider will appear right here to let your customer pay in store if they want to. Let's say that I choose the pickup in shop Namur, as this is the closest place from where I live. And now, let's say that I want to pay in store when picking the products. So, as I said, pay attention that you will have to confirm manually the order in the backend. I'll show you how to do it. So, I can pay now, and so my sale order has been created. Let's go in the backend on my unpaid orders, and I can see that this order is right here. Okay, and so before the customer arrival, I have to confirm this order to reserve my stock. So let's do it together. I confirm the sale order, and then my delivery is generated. And here, as you can see, my quantity in stock has been reserved. So now when the customer will come to my shop to collect its ceramic cups, I will simply be able to come here and validate the transfer and validate the delivery. So that's very simple, and it should increase your customer satisfaction and your sales. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that we have now integrated with 5 new payment providers. We think that everyone should be able to use our new website, or website application actually. And so that's the reason why we have integrated with those 5 payment providers, because they should cover the vast majority of the globe. So we made an integration with Amazon Payment Services for the Middle East and North Africa region, with Flutterwave for the sub-Saharan countries, with AsiaPay for the East Asia, with Razorpay for the India, with Mercado Pago for the LATAM region. So to conclude this presentation, here are 3 other new features I'm not going to explain in details. The first one is the fact that we have completely reinvented the coupons, promotions, and loyalty programs. You can learn more about that in the talk What's New in Marketing, which will take place tomorrow. The second feature is the fact that you can rent your products on the e-commerce. That was not possible in the previous versions. And finally, we have a new SoundCloud integration, and you can learn more about that in the talk What's New in Inventory. So thank you for attending this talk, and we can now proceed to the Q&A session.
Extra image here.
Yes. Yeah, we can do it.
With Excel, it's possible.
Okay. With Excel, it's possible. You can upload your images on a drive or something, and then import the URLs of your images. And yeah, you can do it for the extra images also, not only for the main pictures of your products.
Okay.
Last questions? All right, then thank you.
Thank you.